What is up, everybody? It is your boy Farai, and today we're going to be looking at a Smooky MarGielaa type recording template. Once again, thank you for tuning in. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. So I'll start off here with the chorus, obviously, so you can hear. And yeah, let's get into it.
That's more like it.
This bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. She keep calling my phone, think she want me. They acting like they friends, but they phony. Never needed help when I was lonely, but I'ma hold it down for my squad. I'ma hold it down for my squad. Never needed help when I was lonely. They acting like they friends, but they phony.
Cool, so there you go. That's a bit of a sound that we're going to be working with today. Shout out to the Stig. The first thing I'd just like to say is that there's a new kind of wave of the young guys and girls out there really putting in some work. So shout out to Smooky, shout out to all the high schoolers still getting it in. I'm saying I wished I had started much earlier. I'm saying, so to interview, recording out there, 12, 13, 14, 15, keep at it. I'm saying, if you learn your melody, you learn your voice, you'll make it pretty far. So yeah, the first thing I decided to do was obviously when recording, you want to make sure that your levels are all right. As you can hear, the vocals are nice and kind of crispy clear. In this video, I decided not to use the, generally this is what I use to kind of enhance the incoming signal, right? Very minimally. Bit of compressor gain, right? And then a bit of blood overdrive just to give it that kind of analog distortion sound. But I chose not to do that this time. I decided to use the T-Rex 73, right? This is kind of the modeled version of what Dr. Dre would use in the studio when turning up vocals. It just has a little sound to it. And what I did was remove some of the boxiness, right, around 220, and boost wherever this plugin decides to boost. I don't know what maybe 16,000 hertz. But anyway, that's just kind of the technical stuff. So first thing we'll break down is the main hook, right? So which is the top lead. I'll just play that for you and you can hear.
This bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. She keep calling my phone, think she want me. They acting like they friends, but they phony. Never needed help when I was lonely, but I'ma hold it down for my squad.
So I'll just start off. You can hear the delay in the background. This is from the PNB Rock recording template. I've adapted this into kind of a newer version, but basically we just got a delay or a chorus going into a delay, and it gives it this really nice kind of muffled, in a way, kind of chorusy delay. We got some nice reverb going on. This is also from the PNB Rock recording template, but we have adapted it a bit, made it sound a bit, kind of newer and whatever like that. So yeah, the first thing I would like to break down is the two auto tunes I used. So as you can see here, this is a little secret I'm giving you right here, and I only figured this out today, so soak up the game, you feel me? What I've basically done is, right, so our first auto tune is this one, and this one is the one that sticks to the scale of the beat, right? So the beat was a C minor, right? And on that we have a exactly 50% kind of pitcher going on, so half of 100 is 50, so it's exactly in the middle at medium. And the second one, right, we're using the all setting. So instead of major minor over here, we in the scale of C minor. We're using the all setting, but what we're doing is we're replicating the scale. I don't know if this really matters, but we're just doing the exact same thing, but we're using the all setting, and we're doing a bit more auto tune, so 62. So my theory behind this concept is that basically we don't want to do too much work on my chair's stuck. We don't want to do too much work on either or auto tunes, so we use two auto tunes to split the work. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a lot easier it'll sound a lot more harsh if I just used 100% on one. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you can get that. What I am doing is just kind of getting rid of whatever I didn't like in there. So you can do this on the first kind of channel. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a better tone. I'll just play that with and without.
This bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. She keep calling my phone.
Very basic, you can't really hear the difference, but just fine tune your vocal. This is where all the kind of important stuff is going on. So as you can see, the first compressor that I'm using is just to really tame everything, just to smooth out the performance, because as you can see, the stick did multiple takes. So these are all kind of different takes. So, you know, the level is going to be coming in different. So it's kind of important to make sure everything is leveled. You know, in rap music, everything should sound kind of in a certain range, you know what I'm saying? So we're doing a bit of compression. There you go. Those are the settings that will always vary. So it's not really important what these settings are, but more so how you apply these settings. So we do compression first, and then we do some nice basic EQ. And as you can hear, Smooky kind of has, I mean, this is obviously not Smooky, but when I was listening to that other song of his, it's got a really nice kind of smooth upper mid range. So I chose to boost this frequency and even that out by boosting a bit of the bass, but not by doing something like this, but by using the Q, right? So the variable bandwidth, I've kind of chosen this area just to give it that extra beef. So yeah, pretty much from there on out, what we are doing is a bit more compression, right? Obviously now the threshold should be a bit different. So let's just check the level and see if we are really compressing.
This bowman in MarGielaa is so long.
So yeah, if the vocal's hitting around -15, this is really just touching, you know, the loudest words and just kind of, you know, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So for after that, what we want to do is a bit more EQ, right? We don't want to EQ too much because it's after the compressor, but we are EQing into a clipper, right? So we're clipping the signal, so we can kind of EQ into a clipper, right? So if that makes any sense to you. Basically, in like layman's terms, that will how can I explain this? It'll kind of only distort the parts I'm EQing louder, right? And it'll leave the un-EQ'd bits non-distorted. That's kind of a pretty in-depth topic, but hopefully you understand.
This bowman in MarGielaa is all on me.
And then the final compress we're just making sure nothing goes above the red line, right? So we're doing clipping again, so nothing goes above -9 in this instance. So yeah, that's all the complex stuff out the way. Now we're going to look at some of the fun stuff, right? So we got the background vocals. I'll just mute the main hook and then you can kind of hear the background.
It's all on me.
Cool, right?
Think she want me.
Very silky and smooth. My CPU is dying on me. But yeah, pretty much all we're doing over here is we're doing some pitcher, right? So pitcher on each channel is to give it that nice tune. And then we're going into this bus right here, which is again from the PNB template. But we are changing up the frequencies here and there. And we do a bit of distortion into a nice long reverb. And that just gives it that really silky sound. So obviously hard panning left and right. So let's listen to that again.
It's all on me.
If we turn this off,
Think she want me.
you know what I'm saying?
But they phony.
Sweet.
When I was lonely. For my squad.
Primo.
For my squad.
So we'll listen with the main vocal again.
This bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. She keep calling my phone, think she want me. They acting like they friends, but they phony.
You see what I'm saying? So the distortion is really like allowing the softer vocals to cut through, right? And then the reverb is just giving it that silk, you know what I'm saying? So that's a little secret I'm sharing there. I did do that in the PNB, but again, it works on, you know, a lot of different styles. So yeah, that's pretty much that in terms of the main stuff. We just do a bit of cutting, you know, all the usual stuff and the kind of background bus, right? So we've got two main buses in this instance. So these go to there, this goes to there. You can check in the bottom mixer panel. So yeah, the next thing which is new in this template is we're doing one channel which is used for singing, right? So hopefully this is the sing channel. Let's just check it out.
It's all on me.
Yeah.
Think she want me.
So yeah, that's kind of a...
But they phony. When I was lonely.
So yeah, that on its own sounds pretty weird, right? You're kind of wondering, whoa. But basically what we're doing is we're only allowing the mid frequencies to cut through, right? But what we're doing is we're layering the main vocal, right? So this is a little technique that I learned a while ago. And really, it you know, with these two...
MarGielaa is all on me. MarGielaa is all on me.
You know, we've got the high frequencies covered, right? But we don't have that kind of low mid punch going through. So if we kind of A-B these two, and what I will do, I'll lift the volume just so you can kind of hear for now.
MarGielaa is all on me.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it sounds like exaggerated, but if we drop the level and blend it in,
MarGielaa is all on me.
kind of just sits in the background. You know what I'm saying? So this is how apologies for that. This is how you layer in a way where you leave space for everything. You know what I'm saying? So when we play all that together, or even if we just mute this, you can hear the difference. You can hear that in the background. Kind of the high frequencies are covered, right, by these two, and then we got the lower mids covered. You know what I'm saying? And if you record them the right way, you're gonna get some golden recordings. So yeah, this is kind of all that together. Well, the last thing I'll talk about is the ad-libs. Very basic, right? But they phony. This is not really part of a Smooky MarGielaa sound, but you know, just general ad-libs. Ad-libs chant. We're just using the Steffi EQ, which is in the free presets pack from like last year. You can go and find that on their website under the free downloads tab. But yeah, just kind of basic ad-lib EQ you can kind of hear. But they phony. What? You know what I'm saying? Very basic. We don't really need to speak on that. The one cool thing I will speak on is the effects, right? So we're doing reverse reverb. Go and check out the reverse reverb video. But basically we're doing some pretty cool reverse reverbing here. So you can see that is the reverse reverb. So let's listen to that without anything. And basically what we're doing here is we are using the, you can see the kind of two cool little filter things going on there. I'll just create another channel there. But one is basically the volume, and then the other one is the panning. So we're going from hard left, from what I understand, to hard right. So without that, it's right in the middle. With that, it's going like, it's swagged out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there you go. You can hear that again. This Bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. Really cool stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's just get that back to size. What else could we show you? We are doing some really cool Argo Bloom, right? We're using this in parallel. So as you can see, the hook channel is being sent to this channel 17, excuse me. And I'll just play it with and without. Maybe if your ear's trained, you can hear this. This Bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. Pretty dry. She keep calling my phone, thinks very minimal, right? But if I boost the level, you'll be able to hear. This Bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. Really cool. She keep calling my phone, thinks she want me. They acting like they friends, but they phony. And that gives the dry mono signal just a bit of movement. You know what I'm saying? We're doing a lot of EQing just to make sure that there is space for the main vocal and we're not kind of creating a phasey mess. Phasing is basically when certain things start to sound really bad on a mono system. So I listen to them on these big speakers, which are in mono. And if the main vocal is still sitting in the middle, but there's kind of this effect kind of going around the side of it, I know it's good. You know what I'm saying? So this is all prepackaged for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it in this video. Vocal bus, we're just doing a bit of de-essing as usual. This Bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. She keep calling my phone, thinks she want me. We just want it to be really silky, so we don't want to go crazy there. And then we're doing a bit of multi-banding just to push down any parts that might stick out, you know what I'm saying? So this Bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. She keep calling my phone, thinks she want me. And that's pretty much it. Limit at the end and you are good to go. We're doing a bit of soft clipping just because this beat's kicks are pretty loud, so we're getting rid of some of the kick before the limiter, and then I'm just doing YouTube stuff after that. But that stuff doesn't matter, this does. This Bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. Just get it up to level, really basic stuff. I don't know what else there is to show. This beat you can go and find. This is a Cash Money AP beat, right? Free. You can go check that out. Hopefully you make a hit to that. And yeah, I'm gonna let this ride out and I hope you learned something. You know, shout out to all the new subscribers. You know, I'm saying the channel is growing a bit faster than usual. So I hope you are learning something. Feel free to request any videos in the bottom. Drop a comment if you liked. Feel free to ask any questions if you didn't understand certain things. I did get quite in depth on this side, so that does take a bit of time to learn. And yeah, have a good one. Peace out. This Bowman in MarGielaa is all on me. She keep calling my phone, thinks she want me. Like they acting like they friends, but they phony. Never needed help when I was lonely, but I'ma hold it down for my squad. I'ma hold it down for my squad. Never needed help when I was lonely. Hey, they acting like they friends, but they phony. Peace out.